Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great MILLSTONE and teach them well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazawam, coming at you from the prophets in Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great MILLSTONE and teach them well. Once again. Here's the lesson we're going to be going into today. This one's going to be going into this article about your boy. Financials. It says from the Guardian, the news website of the year called The Guardian. It says the headline is Lord Jacob Rothschild, financier and member of the banking family, dies at 87. All right, this guy was sitting in one of the high authority seats of the world. All right, his life has been forfeited at the age of 87. Okay, so he ain't going nowhere, man. You know. On top of that, I got this another one. I actually saw while I was at the grocery store. The National Enquip. It says the National Enquip newspaper. Says pancreatic cancer can't be stopped. King Charles 6 months to live. Okay, and it says plans $250 million funeral. Sons William and Harry. The rest of the picture's cut off, but it's saying this guy has 6 months. 6 months to live. And you see all these old Edomites who have tormented the Israelites and tormented the world. They're now kicking the bucket, man. And who knows? Matter of fact, who knows if these guys are actually kicking the bucket. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth who kicked the bucket, but let's check the age that she died at, man. Let's check the age that Queen Elizabeth died at. Queen Elizabeth, age of death, she died at 96 years. All right, so these Edomites are fulfilling their years, man. Okay, they're living whole lives, man. You got Jake dying at 50 and 60, okay, because of all the GMOs and chemical attacks placed upon them, and it's even more now today than it was before. Okay, so Jake has been poisoned through their water, their air, and their food, and even their entertainment. Their minds are plagued, man. Their minds are poisoned. Okay, so this devil is poisoning us from every angle. That's the serpent for you, and this venom is potent. But what I was saying was, who knows if these devils are actually kicking the bucket? These devils are probably, being that it's the year 2024 and a lot of death is, foretold to happen this year. A lot of horrible things is getting ready to take place this year. Okay, who knows if they actually kicking the bucket? They're probably saying they're kicking the bucket and taking shelter and hiding off the face of the earth because of what's about to take place, man. They know the people going to hunt their ass down and take them out, man. They probably spending the rest of their years in a bunker somewhere, living it up, man. Okay, hiding from the face of the world, staging their deaths and faking their deaths. That could be a possibility. But if that's not the possibility, then let's go ahead and grab scriptures on the possibility and if it isn't the case. Okay, so first we want to grab scripture, Job, book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5. Start with this. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So Esau has a certain hour, down to the day, the hour, the minute, and the second that his kingdom can no longer prevail. The earth will literally stand still on this time that his kingdom ends, and the Lord will, crack the sky and break him from his rulership, man. Take him right out of the rulership seat, man. So it says, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the Lord has given him limitations that he just can't get across. No matter how hard he tries, man. Let me grab this. Book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. But these Edomites are dying, man. You know, these Edomites are wasting away. They can't live forever. You know, one thing that these Edomites can't do, they got the power to do so many things in this world, but one thing they can't do is live forever. Okay? You know, nobody has that ability, you know, except the Lord's elect. And they don't even know that they have the ability because they're going to be redeemed from this world and changed. It says, their houses shall continue forever. They don't even know they have the ability to select it because they don't know that if they are the elect or not. You know, you ain't gonna know until the Lord pulls up, crack the sky, and show you who you are. It says that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. So that's their inward thought. That's what they think deep down, man. In their inner hearts of hearts, they think that they're gonna rule forever. You know, their memorial is not gonna be wiped away. It says, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. You know. And they call their lands after their own names. So when you die, you passed away 4 generations ago, America was called America. Okay, named after an Edomite. Okay, Americanus, you know, something along the lines. And then you were born again not too long ago, 4 generations later, into America, still being called America, named after Americanus. So it's like he's still alive, but he's not, you know. So they're naming these lands after their own names, you know, to keep their name in memorial. Okay, because we know that the scriptures won't. We know that anything else won't. You know. Now there are some Edomites who got their name in memorial because of they were accomplishing prophecy back in the day, man. But those Edomites aren't here today. Okay, it's the. I'm going to grab Wisdom of Solomon, too. This book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1, for the ungodly, which is the Edomites, said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. And if they live in the 96 and 87 and shit, that goes to show you that they're eating real food and breathing in real air, you know? You don't see Jacob's RAWCHAA just prancing around America, around in Babylon, breathing in the same air as we breathing in. Okay, this is for all they know, that this is a fucking, a plantation. America is just a big plantation. It's a plant. Okay, it's a slave field. An industrial plant, man. You know? All the gas being shooting off into the air by these warehouses, these plantations, these plants, these cars. Okay, it's just the air is just greatly polluted here, man. Severely polluted here. All right, and the food, the water, everything is polluted here, man. America's just a great big experiment. It says, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our bodies shall be turned to ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time. So that's why they're naming these lands after their own names, you know, because they deep down they know, man, our name gonna be forgotten. What can we do to be remembered? How can we live forever, you know? So they're gonna name the land because they know the land gonna be here forever. Now they want to put their names on the lands. And it says, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Whew. It's fast sealed, man. You ever seen these videos when they show a spirit coming out of a body as soon as it dies? Man, as soon as you ever seen in the hospital, there's like videos in the hospital, a camera recording, or like one of these in these other countries or whatever, and they'll be recording a person laying in the bed, and the moment the heart monitor stops, his spirit shoots up into the ceiling, man. Okay, it shoots out of him into the ceiling. You know, it immediately rises up as if those chains that was bounding the spirit to the body were immediately broken, and that spirit couldn't hold itself to the body no more. That's why the scriptures say, give up the ghost. Okay, because the body is holding on to the ghost, it's holding on to the spirit. It's chained to it, man. Or if you ever had sleep paralysis, it's when the spirit can see, your spirit is seeing, but your body's still asleep. But your spirit is awake and it's seeing into the spirit realm. Okay, and it can't necessarily leave your body, or it can't get far from your body because it's chained to it. You know, whenever you manage to be in sleep paralysis and you try to move, you can't move. Okay, that's your spirit being chained to your body, but you can still see with the spiritual eye. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things. Yeah, it says, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. So, hey, they try to revive a man. You see people pass away and they try to get revived with the, CPR or atrial fibrillation, and it doesn't work. It's because that spirit is already been gone, man. It's been called up before the throne of YAHAWASHI. It can't come back. It's fast sealed, Sometimes you may have someone Someone does come back, but that's because the spirit's still tied to the body. It wasn't meant for him to come up yet. It wasn't meant for him to die yet. And then he wakes up after CPR or, atrial fibrillation, whatever it may be. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass us by. That's what the scriptures say in Habakkuk 2:5. He is as death and cannot be satisfied. Okay, and it says he heapeth to himself all nations and all peoples and all tongues. He's gathering up all things. He's literally taking the fatness of the earth. He's taking all the goodly things out of the earth and devouring it, man. Okay, he's expending it for himself. You've seen Queen Elizabeth, when she passed away, she had a bunker full of gold bricks, never to be touched, and they get cleaned every day. All these people that are poor, all these nations that are failing, all these countries that are failing, and people that are hungry, starving, all these diseases that are going out, and they're saying they ain't got the money for this or that, and it's just sitting in her fucking basement, So it says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. So they trying to live it up, man. Max it out. They maxing out their credit cards, all such things as these, because they know their end is coming, man. I wouldn't say they're maxing out their credit cards. It's just a phrase, but be on the line. I borrow tell these devils, hey, max out your credit cards, go and live it up, man, because it's all you got. You're coming to an end. You better enjoy it while you can, because this is what they said to themselves. And let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. And so you even when you go into these chief places of concourse in the cities, you'll see a statue of an Edomite and his name on it and what he did, how many slaves he had and shit. Okay, that's them leaving their tokens of their joyfulness in every place. It says, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Okay, so hey, you'll have a statue of Edomite who founded the land or whatever that you're standing on or some shit, and everybody got to respect it. Okay, and it's there, and it's it's a strong stone. Okay, you can't break it. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. They're trying to oppress the poor righteous man because they know that it's going to go to the poor righteous man after they're done. It says, let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. They know that they not gonna get mercy, man. So they oppressing everybody that may get mercy. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And they think that the weak are feeble. They think that the weak is worthless, but they're gonna find out soon. It says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. Okay, meaning what is when the righteous, the righteous gonna come up and rule forevermore after them. He said he's not for our turn. He ain't ruling now, because we having our portion. We getting our portion right now. Right now, this isn't his portion. Right now is our portion. That's what the wicked saying, man. Okay. Because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. So they say he's clean. That means they know, okay, this man's clean. He good, man. He's righteous. The Lord is going to show mercy to him. The Lord's going to give him much more than we can possibly fathom, because, hey, he's clean contrary to us. We got all the things we have in wickedness, through unrighteous dealings, through deceit and the sword, they got everything they have, man. Okay, so there you go. It says, he upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. He professes to have the knowledge of YAHAWASHI, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. So these Edomites can't even understand us, man. They can't grow to understand the poor righteous man. Okay? But guess what? They ain't gonna have no choice to in our kingdom, man. All right? I want to grab these scriptures just in case these devils are still alive and hiding off in the bunkers. Okay? It says... Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers. So now we're fishing, man. Now is the time of fishing, which the season to fish is already almost up. Okay, you got these devils talking about, you got NATO talking about practicing an exercise called Steadfast 24. All right, which is pretty much them showing their wings to all these other countries that are their rivals, that they may end up fighting, that they will end up fighting. They're pretty much showing their wings to these other countries, man. Okay, and this isn't an exercise. He said this is an exercise. This isn't an exercise. Okay, this is them preparing for war. All right, this is them flexing their arms in front of, every other competitor out there, man. Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. All these guys are their enemies. Okay. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and they shall fish them. So the season's almost up. Okay, because we fishing them now. It says, for many, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. So the Lord's going to send for many hunters after the fishing season's up, because something's going to take place it's going to be persecution of the prophets, the Jacob's trouble, okay, MOTB season, okay, famine of the word, famine of hearing the words of the Lord, famine of food and water. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things going on. There's going to be pestilence or wars, earthquakes, riots. Okay, all sorts of things are going to take place. And then this says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. Then the Lord going to send his elect to hunt y'all niggas, man. To hunt you niggas and you Edomites, it says, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. And those holes of the rocks goes into bunkers. Okay, those hills goes into their protection. Okay, some people going to get protected by these governments, and these governments going to be protecting their families and shit, man. The Lord going to send us elect to snatch your ass up out of them, the holes in them rocks. You're going to, elect man going to open up a bunker. You might see Queen Elizabeth still sitting in that bitch chilling on life support or some shit. You may see Jacob's RAWCHAA chilling right next to her ass on life support or some shit. We're going to pull your ass out of there, put some life into you, put a little bit more life into you, and force your ass into slavery, man, as an old person, as an old man, and as an old woman. All right? And if that's the case, because if that's the case that you still trying to you just trying to hide from the face of the world, your ass still going into slavery. Okay, you just prolonging your life just to go into slavery. These devils don't want to die, man. Okay, they want to live forever. They want to oppress the world forever. Okay, so that's why the scriptures say the Lord will have to shorten the days, because if he didn't, no flesh will be saved. These Edomites are destructive. They're very destructive. They're going to destroy everything in their path, you know, if they have the chance to. It says they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So out of the holes of the rocks and every hill, you know, you can't hide. You don't try to hide, but the Lord going to take your ass, snatch your ass up out of there. You can't hide from the eyes of the Lord. You can hide from the eyes of men, but you can't hide from the eyes of the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord seeth all things. Okay. But with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim and YAHAWAH, to listen in truly sincerity. Till next time, Yasharallah. We give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.